Hello, hello, and welcome to the Daily Transmission. We are here on Thursday, March 16th, 2023. We are here to talk about the astrology at the moment and maybe some other stuff. Who knows? When you arrive, say hello, whether you are on Instagram, whether you are on Twitch, or maybe you're watching this on the replay. Maybe you are in the future and you're watching this on YouTube or on Spotify. Wherever you are, hello, hello. It's so nice to be in your energy today. Speaking of energy of today, it is fucking bananas up there, y'all. Just to be clear. Hey, Ebony, so good to see you. So, I mean, I kind of was already talking about this a little bit yesterday as far as like the astrology of the moment. And I'm so glad I took the day off. I don't know what is going on. Just to be honest, I think my body is trying to tell me to pace myself. Not, and actually this totally does fold into the whole, like, we've got this massive conjunction right now. We've got kind of like last week or 2 weeks ago when we had Venus, Jupiter, and Chiron all in conjunction. And that was this big moment, right? So this isn't quite as big because they're not generational, but we've got, one of them is, we've got the Sun, Mercury, and Neptune all conjunct in Pisces. Now, Neptune is home in Pisces, rather. With the Sun and Mercury in Pisces already, this is kind of the energy of like big, like dreamy thinking, like big, dreamy, like you have the capacity to fantasize. There we go. You have the capacity to fantasize right now. So where maybe sometimes you are just like so in your head or so in the moment and you can't you can't see, oh, I don't know what I want. I want dinner. I want my fucking to-do list to be finished, right? Today, we're maybe actually having some friction with that because this stellium or this like 3-piece conjunction is squaring Mars. Now, the best way for you to figure out like, how is this personally affecting me? And, this is more generalized for a group conversation. But it's to go look at which houses these two signs rule for you. So we're looking at Pisces and we're looking at Gemini. For me, this is my 10th house. So that is public image, reputation, career, and my first house, because I'm Gemini rising. And so it's like my face, how I'm seen, how I'm felt, especially upon first impression. So like, I don't know how many of y'all saw my post about this yesterday. I got a bunch of DMs. Yes, I know someone is impersonating me. I know they're doing it here. I know they're doing it on TikTok. They don't care, like not they as in the impersonator, but like they as in the platforms, they don't care. They don't care. It's such an arduous process to try and get people to get these accounts removed, and they just new ones pop up in their place. The platforms don't really care about us as creators. They care about you and all of us being on the platform and either creating content for other people to consume or you being here to consume the content, because either way, you're getting exposed to ads all the time. And what they're doing is they're just selling your data. So cool, right? So I'm just like kind of divesting my energy rather than like being combative, because that's what this is like, what am I going to choose to do? Squares are not inherently negative when we're talking about astrology, when we're talking about, aspects or, what's going on right now. Don't listen to an astrologer. Don't listen to anybody who's just like, oh, this is going to be terrible, right? I don't think so. It could be. The opportunity is there. There's also an opportunity for you to choose something different. This is a perfect moment. Y'all, I had to run out of my yoga class this morning, when my teacher said, uncomfortable is different than painful. Thank you, Lauren. Thank you for that. I had to run out of the class so that I could jot that down and not forget it. Because we were talking about this last week, we were talking about that growth does not have to be painful. That doesn't mean it's always going to be amazing. Doesn't mean it's always going to feel good. It doesn't mean it's always going to be like pleasant. It means that sometimes it may be a little uncomfortable, just like holding Warrior 2 for a while can be pretty uncomfortable. It's not the same thing as being cozy in your bed, but there's a time and a place for being cozy in your bed, and there's a time and a place for growth. But don't mistake like uncomfortable with pain either. Because like if you're holding Warrior 2 and you start to feel, like a tear or a snap or something, something that's like your body's screaming at you, and it's no longer, oh, I'm just holding this posture and it's uncomfortable, but like, no, I'm like hurting myself. And you know the difference. This is the same application here, is know what the difference is between accepting like uncomfortable growth, like the discomfort that comes along with growing or an opportunity to grow, and choosing to see this as something that is just, or either choosing to see this as something that's just going to tear you down, right? Painful, that sucks. Or choosing to see this as something that you have to like put yourself on the cross for. Right. I use this line specifically because of the Mercury-Sun-Neptune conjunction all in Pisces, because that Piscean energy, it is like, you could shove things down and you could try to avoid, and it's not going to work. Eventually it is going to bubble out to the surface. But it's having a healthier connection to those internal thoughts and to the concept of like going inward to grow, and allowing yourself to know the difference between uncomfortable and painful, because we don't have to choose pain. We can choose discomfort. And so like, is it uncomfortable to have all, people messaging me about these like impersonators, and it's like at a certain point, like it's not helping. Like I know, thank you, just block them, just report them, just, it doesn't, like, let's just move on with our lives, because the platforms there's plenty of evidence to show us that they are not going to, they don't value us. If they did, they would pay us, and they don't. So I don't care. Like they've even Instagram right now, they've like done away with Reels play or whatever play bonuses, and a lot of people were making decent money from those, and now it's like they want you to do subscriptions, which is fine. I mean, I have a subscription over on Substack, but the difference is they being Instagram, they get your attention, your information, your data, and then I'm still supposed to work for the subscription. I don't know. Instagram's not winning any points with me lately, but neither are like any of these platforms. But what am I going to do? Am I going to get up and I'm going to fight with them about it? Am I going to just like throw up my hands and give up? And I guess I just like can't run my business anymore. Like, no, business has been around a long time, longer than social media. Social media has been around a lot longer than these platforms. Like, I don't need them. They need me. They need people like me. And so this is the difference between choosing difficulty, pain, and discomfort. Is it uncomfortable to like go move basically? Like this is totally different what I'm doing now with Substack. Like everything about the way that I'm marketing my business is like very different than anything I've ever done before. Is it uncomfortable? Yes. Do I still think that it is the right move? 100%. And that's all that we can do, right? So with this, conjunction moment happening in Pisces, look in your chart, see what house this is, see what, area of your life this is affecting, and then look at wherever Gemini is, because that's going to also tell you like where the opportunity to grow is, right? Because this is all, again, just to come back to an example, just to contextualize this for you, like I've been on Instagram for over a decade, and I've been using it to market my business since 2014. So to change the way that I do things, and especially because it's like my face, my image that is being misused and not protected by the, right? So it's all about the first house and all about the 10th house. Okay. So we've got all of that going on, and that's super fun. We also have Venus in a square with Pluto. Now, I don't really like bringing up like Pluto transits that much, unless it is like in a generational context, like we're about to have Pluto move into Aquarius, and that's going to be a big deal. Because, Pluto's a slow mover, and even like traditional astrology, you don't really use the outer planets when we're talking about these like long-term or these transits, like daily transits especially. But I do think that this is particularly relevant right now because we've got Venus in Aries. Again, also, we still have that Jupiter-Chiron conjunction floating around over in Aries as well. We've got a couple more days of that. So Venus being in Aries at the same time that we have this Jupiter-Chiron conjunction, and then we're squaring Pluto at the tail end of Capricorn. I need y'all to hear me. Pluto entered Capricorn in 2008. Do we, like, when I think of 2008, the first thing that my mind jumps to when I think of like society, like what was going on, financial crisis. What's going on right now? Oh, right? Because this is what happens when at Pluto transits. The beginning is a big highlight moment of like, what's the problem and what are we going to be working on? And then when we get to the end, we are hopefully coming to some kind of resolution. And if we haven't, then we're going to have another like recognition of it. And here we are. Now with Venus being one of the rulers of like the area that deals with money, right? So Venus rules Taurus. It's about to move into Taurus, like literally today, like later tonight. So it's squaring with Pluto at the end of Capricorn, and we're seeing bank after bank after bank fall. And we're seeing what? Like, I feel like I just saw something about how the people who were working for Silicon Valley Bank, that they had like whatever, I don't know. I obviously am not like well versed in this. You're gonna have to go like read up on it, because you can only do so much, right? But it was something about how they had like paid out like a bunch of investors. They paid out a bunch of like high up people right before, like hours before the collapse. Y'all, like, have we learned nothing during this Pluto transit? No. Well, I guess that, the stars are aligning for us to get that lesson. And, tomorrow, Venus, like I said, later tonight, Venus will enter Taurus. And so it'll move out of that square with Pluto. But it's going to move into a sextile with Saturn in Pisces. And sextiles are opportunities for us to like take hold and like reach out and grab something. It's not something that's just going to fall into our laps. I see this as, and I'm seeing it more and more and more. I'm starting to see so much more evidence of this. People and even like companies putting mental health and putting physical, like your financial, personal, physical security first, right? So there are a lot of companies that are hiring people like wellness officers, or like I saw this, one of my old students, she is like a chief happiness officer or something like that. And I'm like, Love this title. And I feel like that is what we're moving through right now. So I want to come back to that statement from my yoga teacher this morning, Lauren. Uncomfortable is different than painful. This is an like this moment right now. This is not comfortable. This is not comfortable. Like, again, I'm not a doom and gloom astrologer, but I'm not going to be like a toxic positivity astrologer either. We always have a choice. Even if this is uncomfortable, we can choose to perceive and interact with this situation differently. We don't have to. I'm telling you, every time I'm like holding a yoga pose that I fucking hate, like chair pose. Who likes chair pose? Nobody. I don't know. So I'm holding chair and I will be like clenching my jaw and like, you know, I'm breathing, but I'm not happy about it. And every time that one of my teachers will say something like, okay, release your jaw and smile, I always like let out a little laugh because I remember like, oh my gosh, I am just like taking this so seriously right now. I am giving myself no place to enjoy this discomfort, right? Enjoy the growth. Like I'm here by choice. It's all, and we're pretty much always here by choice. And so if I am choosing to grow, if I am choosing to ascend, then I'm not going to, you know, dig my fucking heels in and be a little brat about it. I'm going to pull up my big girl pants in a minute and do my best to keep a good attitude about it, to just breathe in the discomfort and embrace it because it's not forever. Okay. Now, what I would really recommend for you today is to, whatever it is, the thoughts, the dreaminess, that comes through, don't take action on it just yet. Like today's a day for journaling, today's a day for vision boarding, or whatever your like communication medium is, do that. Give yourself the space to do it, but don't try to take action on it just yet. And that's just good blanket advice for y'all. So yeah, I don't really have that much more to say today. To be honest, like I'm so glad that I took yesterday off, not just to deal with this, like, because I didn't even deal with it. That's like what I said, like I chose to deal with it in a completely different way, like in a very empowering way and in like a solutions oriented way. Like if I were trying to deal with the problems, I'd be, okay, everybody like report and block these accounts, and Instagram, like, why are you not helping me? And then like blasting them on Twitter or something. I don't even know, right? Like, is that going to be productive for me at all? Like, am I like doing anything for myself by just like chasing and trying to like tackle a problem? It's like whack-a-mole that like I'm going to get one account removed and 5 more are going to pop up in their place. Like, it's not, I can't continue to do that. So what can I do is try to reclaim my energy and my power and my intellectual property and put it somewhere else. So go subscribe to my Substack, right? You can pay me with your attention via your email information. You can pay me with appreciation by giving me little hearts and sending posts to your friends, or you can pay me with material support by being a subscriber. I've got monthly and annual options. There's all kinds of stuff that you get for being a subscriber. One of the things I decided to do, by the way, is kind of in response to the impersonators, is I'm going to offer readings. Because what they keep doing is they keep like messaging people to be like, actually, I've got a screenshot in the post on Substack. So if you want to go like get the whole like story and like the tea or whatever, you can go read it. But they message people and they're like, I felt your energy and I want to give you a reading. What's your zodiac? What's your zodiac? What are you talking about? So it's like, they go through all of this trouble and then they don't even like know what to say. I don't even know. It's so bizarre to me. But anyway, so I decided that for paid subscribers to my Substack, that probably once a week we'll do like a chart reading, like astro reads with Mama Capricorn. So go be a subscriber, and there's like a chat feature in there, whether you're on the web or whether you are on the app, and I will put out like a message asking for questions once a week. So that'll be fun. I've got one more spot in the Audacity to Ascend incubator. We start next Tuesday. It's going to be a blast. Yeah, I think that's all I've got for you today. I'm going to try and take it easy today again, too, because like I said, I don't know, like I got a notification yesterday from my watch that my heart rate was like over 120, and I was like sitting in bed. It's like over 120 for like 10 minutes. Interestingly, it was like right around the time that I was writing that post, but I wasn't upset. Like I was not even a little bit upset about anything. So I was just laying in bed writing on my laptop. So I don't know. I guess my body's trying to tell me to like relax a little bit. So I'm going to try and do that. And yeah, I hope that you have a wonderful day. Dream big in whatever medium language that you have it. You know, it'd be super fun if you want to, if you want to. Maybe I'll open up a thread in my Substack. And this could be for free, right? Free people, right? So free subscribers are welcome to participate as well. But I think maybe we open up a post, a little thread about what you're dreaming about today. Because there are dreams, there are thoughts, there are like visions that are popping in, and maybe you want to share a mood board, or maybe you want to share a little like, you know, affirmation, or maybe you want to share like a manifestation or whatever. That I think that sounds like fun. So maybe I will do that now and then go chill for a little bit and then talk to Nicole, because we have a session today, and then do nothing for a little bit, I think. Oh, and subscribers to my Substack, there will be a post tomorrow about the Venus in Taurus transit, and paid subscribers will get a little preview about how this affects you specifically according to your rising sign. So again, if you want to be a subscriber, go ahead and do the do. I will see y'all tomorrow for our Friday edition of the daily transmission. Thank y'all so much for joining me, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Bye.